Hi and welcome to my channel. So I've got very good news today because the UK government is slowly and surely backtracking on many of the immigration laws, rules, policies that they had announced in 2023 that will indeed be implemented from 2024. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the healthcare surcharge, which is a fee that the UK government had announced in October. So this was actually announced on the 16th of October 2023, and this fee was supposed to be increasing from today, which means that this is an update for you to hear how much the fee is going to be. This affects every single immigrant that is out of the UK wanting to move to the UK or in the UK applying obviously to extend your visa. So this is very important, crucial information that you 100% need to know what this fee is so that you can plan accordingly for yourself and for your family. So if you're new to my channel, you're obviously welcome. If you are a returning subscriber as usual, I absolutely appreciate your time and I do hope that this is helping you. If you haven't joined this family, by the way, hit the subscribe button below so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. I dedicate my time to ensuring that you are the first person to be notified about the best opportunities that the UK has to offer. Also, visa and immigration changes because they happen literally like a yo-yo. So what is really going on? So this is about healthcare services in the UK. As you know, if you're in the UK, you have access to free healthcare. I mean, they like to call it free healthcare. I hate to hear the word free healthcare because there is nothing that is free. Somebody is always paying. So you and I are paying, but I like to say that healthcare in the UK is free at the point of use, which means that if you're unwell and you need to see a doctor, you need to go to the hospital, you need to have any operation, you're having a baby, whatever it is, you do not have to pay, obviously. So I'm going to tell you who is entitled to pay and who is exempted from paying. So who has to pay, who doesn't have to pay, and exactly how much are you expected to pay. If you're not aware, check the comment section below. I do have a free newsletter. You drop your name and email. It won't take you 20 seconds to join. It's completely free. When you join that newsletter, I send info such as what I'm sharing in today's video directly to your inbox. I also share information about career progression opportunities in the UK. This is something that I'm very passionate about because I also started my UK journey as a carer in a nursing home. I did domiciliary care, I did support work, I did all sorts of carer jobs, and I decided that look, I needed to put an end to this, and this could not be the end of me. With all due respect, I then decided to study nursing, and I now work as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position in the profession. I work for the NHS here in England. So I share opportunities also about career progression, apprenticeships. You want to get to work for the NHS, career progression opportunities, obviously, apprenticeships where you get paid to study and work at the same time so that you are gaining work experience, but you're also gaining a qualification at the end of it rather than simply working with nothing to show for it. Because look, the salary is absolutely mind-blowing and just not worth it for many of us. So join that newsletter and I send that info directly to your inbox. You're also going to find my contact details on there. So that's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you need to get in contact with myself, you're sat there thinking to yourself, Melvis, I am so confused, I don't even know where to get started, I'm in the UK, I feel stuck, I need a change, I need to breathe, I'm out of the UK, I've watched YouTube video after video after video, I've sent application after application. I mean, where do I get started? Again, do get in contact with myself. But if you've got any questions, concerns, comments, do leave those in the comment section below and I will join you there in order to just see really what it's all about. So this healthcare surcharge, this is something that when I moved to UK initially, it wasn't a thing. It didn't exist. I didn't have to pay for this. But after a while, it was introduced because the government really felt that many overseas, people were coming from overseas to the UK. They were accessing the free healthcare in the UK without having to pay. And so they put it as a law that every single person coming to the UK and applying for a UK visa had to pay this money in advance. And it's very annoying because this is in addition to visa fees and in addition to paying normal national insurance, taxes, and all of that once you eventually get to the UK. Look, as you know, the UK has the highest visa fees. Also, when it comes to taxation, because many things are free at the point of use, like education and all of that, it means that you and I have to pay for those things. And talking about pay, when I looked at my pay slip, when I was paid this month, I paid about £1,600 in taxes alone, which means that in a year, I'm currently paying almost £20,000. Is it 20,000? Yes, I pay between 16 and £20,000 per year in taxes alone. It is crazy. It is very high. It's a lot of money. So when the government announced that this fee was going to be introduced and increased, in fact, today, which is a 66% increase, the current fee is just over £600 for adults and just over £400 for children. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're not aware, I do have a private career coaching program. I've dropped a link in the description box below or the about section of this channel, where I offer one-to-one tailored, individualized and personalized support with free visa sponsorship opportunities. How do you apply, which one do you go forward, which is best for your personal circumstances, NHS jobs, how do you get that supporting information, the applications, what are the jobs you can apply for without experience, no else. If you're a nurse, for example, and you're currently working as a carer in the UK, you want to transition back into nursing, or you're overseas, you want to come and work in the UK, midwife, you're looking for nanny jobs, teaching jobs, those carer jobs, clinical, non-clinical healthcare jobs, you're looking for apprenticeships, again, I offer one-to-one support with that. So if you're watching this, by the way, that's going to be perfect for you. So do join the program so that you can get that guidance. But obviously, I must tell you that program is not for everybody. I like to put this really straight. It's only for 1% of people here that, like me, are interested and invested in their personal and professional development, so that 99.9% of people, are just passerbys, just watching videos, they're just hey, Melvis, this, that. This is really not ideal for those people. It's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of perseverance, it's a lot of dedication. It is not an easy journey, it's not a walk in the park, but it is the process that you and I are supposed to pursue in order to ensure that we are successful in this country. Because I always say it's not just about getting to the UK. My mission is you get to the UK as quickly as possible, but once you're in this country, is that you progress as fast as possible as well, so that you can earn more money, you can work less, and you can retire early. It's so heartbreaking if you imagine that you're going to be working up till the age of 70, because retirement age, I tell you, by the time you and I retire, it's probably going to be 80 or 90, which means everything that you're working now, you're not even going to get it, because it is what it is anyway. So with this fee, obviously, if you can imagine that if they're increasing it, the original plan obviously was to increase it today, that's the 16th of January 2024, to increase it from £600 to just over £1,000 for each adult, and then increase it from £400 to just over £700 for all the children. So if you are a family of four, many of us have the husband, the wife, and two kids. That's an average family for overseas workers coming to the UK with dependents, which means that if the two adults are paying £2,000 per year, the two kids are going to pay £1,400 obviously together per year. So that family alone is going to be paying £3,400 for the healthcare surcharge alone per year. If you have a 5-year visa as a family, it's going to be 3,400 times 5. So you're going to be paying just about £15,000. And this is not even the visa fee. This is just for the healthcare surcharge. So as you can see, it's a whole lot of money. So there was a debate, last week, that was on the 10th of January 2024, in the House of Commons. That's the Parliament, obviously. So they had a debate there, and they decided and agreed, luckily so, that they should not increase the fee. So what we know is that this fee is not increasing. It's going to remain just over 600 for the adults and just over £400 for the kids. But we do not know whether they're going to leave it at that or it's going to increase in the future. But they have scrapped the increase for now, which is really good news, because I've got, many people who are members of my coaching program who are currently awaiting their certificate of sponsorship. And, they would have been affected by this to have to pay over £1,000 per person. One of the carers who is in my coaching program, she recently had a job, obviously, for the NHS as a non-clinical job. You can imagine how much you need to pay with the kids and all that. So again, I'm going to be telling you also who is exempted. So there are certain jobs that don't have to pay. If you're on a skilled worker visa, you do need to pay. If you're on a student visa, you do need to pay as well. And by the way, do share this video with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they're aware of these updates, these changes, and they know what is expected, because it helps people to be able to plan in advance. Because if you get a job in the UK and you don't have the arrangements or the awareness of the other fees that are associated with your visa, it can be very challenging. And the UK government actually says that if you get a job in the UK and you're applying for your visa and you don't pay the healthcare surcharge, your application will be invalid. So these are fees that you must absolutely pay. You're paying directly to the government. You know, it's got nothing with your COS, obviously, and all that. You're paying directly to the government. So it's important to know which jobs are exempted. If you're sat there thinking, oh my God, Melvis, I can't even afford these fees. These are ridiculous fees. And that's why I always say getting the right employer is key. If you're somebody who is broke, you know what I mean? You haven't got money. I mean, there are many people that want to move to the UK that don't have money, even people already in the UK. So there are instances where you can be exempted. If you want me to do a video on instances where you can be exempted, you know, even though you're applying for a job that would normally be eligible to pay for this, then do let me know in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to do that video so that you're aware of what you need to do if you have a job genuinely and you actually cannot afford to pay this. There's a way that the government can waive the fee and still give you a visa, but obviously you've got to be aware of the process and make sure that you tick up all the boxes and that you cover all of the T's and C's in order for your application to be successful. And that's why I always say information is key, information is power. You know, there are many things that are so crucial that I tell you, you're not going to see those things here on YouTube, because YouTube, it generally has a lot of noise. You know, even me, you're watching this video on YouTube, but I mean, I'm like, goodness me, some of the things I see, crazy. So what are the jobs, by the way, that are exempted from paying this fee? Health and care worker jobs or health and care worker visa. So these are exempted, which means if you're coming to the UK on any job that is exempted or that is considered to be eligible for the health and care worker visa, you're exempted from paying. And that is why jobs such as carer jobs give you such a massive privilege, and it is the cheapest pathway to use right now and move to the UK. So if you don't have money, you should be considering some of these pathways. Otherwise, you need to know the process to be able to come to the UK without paying. There are also many individual jobs that are exempted. So again, if you want to know those jobs that are completely exempted from paying this particular fee, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'm going to do a video to list all of these different jobs, you know, so that you're aware of what they are, how to get them, who is recruiting for them, and all that. Again, that's why the UK employer that you have is so important. Because look, all employers are not the same. It's like working for the NHS, for example, there are lots of advantages, privileges that you have. If you're working, say, in domiciliary care or in a care home, because those are privately owned companies, you don't get those privileges. The NHS obviously is the government, so you and I are actually funding it. So my £20,000 that I'm paying per year in taxes alone is going to fund all these different activities that we're talking about. So again, you need to be aware. Also, generally speaking, any UK visa that is over 6 months, you know, in duration is normally eligible, to pay this healthcare surcharge. Meanwhile, visas that are less than 6 months, you don't need to pay. And this is because you're not entitled to free healthcare and treatment once you get to the UK. So you need to know the differences. Which job are you going for? Which visa are you applying for? What are you entitled to have? And all of that. Because there's a whole thing about public funds as well. Some of these things are considered public funds, some are not. Again, it's your duty as a UK visa holder to understand the status of your application and ensure that you are following everything to the point. So again, have you got any questions regarding these fees, UK visa fees? You know, have you got any concerns? Leave them in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed this content, by the way, hit the like button. It lets me know that you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like, are you for real? You know, hit the subscribe button now. Join the family so that you're the first person to be notified when I drop a video on here, so that you're aware, you're kept updated, you know what to do at every step of your journey in order to excel. So this is really good news. I'm hoping that other changes are also introduced, you know, for some of the confirmations that I've given regarding, for example, dependence. There's quite a few different things that we're waiting for. So again, if you need to contact me, check the comment section. You're going to see my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. Then contact me directly that way, so that if you need one-to-one support, then we can get started ASAP. Also check out this video that I've linked up specially to give you more information about other UK opportunities. Check this out.